a huge, impactful organization for traffic flow has been the Traffic Flow Theory Committee at TRB. And I think I've played a role in this as well, in kind of in making it more of an international forum. And still to this day, probably one of the best forums or the most effective forums for work in traffic flow theory. That's where you can reach, sort of kind of the most important researchers that you want to reach, both established ones as well as junior ones, up-and-coming ones. And we kind of take it for granted, but it really was not always that way. That what had happened is that the whole traffic science community had split off from TRB, because before my time, I think their papers were rejected, and there was kind of a dissonance between the traffic scientists, the GM folks, etc., and the TRB more engineering bent of the DOT, etc., Federal Highway. And somehow they decided they were never going to go there again. And I had to convince Herman when we submitted our work that let's submit it there. Some choices that one makes that can be really important for your career was to go and join or go to meetings of the Traffic Flow Theory Committee. And it's one of the committees that very quickly made me a member, because they didn't really have many junior people joining. The chair of that committee was not really a traffic flow person, but more of a traffic engineer. Very nice gentleman who was at UT Arlington at the time. And he was at Texas Austin, and he right away kind of introduced me and kind of adopted me in that committee, which had no international members, none at the time, was presenting work that you could say was a little more capacity than it was traffic flow theory. So it was interacting more with capacity. Committee was not receiving very many papers at work, and we sort of rebuilt a pathway into that committee for all the people that you see today from the Netherlands and other places. I invited folks to join that committee. I started using them as reviewers because I was handling paper reviews. And then our sessions more and more became interesting, and that kind of fed on itself, where the committee is what it is today. It's one that receives more paper than any other committee. It has an international chairperson, and and it's really the place not just for the U.S., as a venue for presenting that work, but for the for the world, and I'm proud of that.